In this video, I'll show you how to run a Bitcoin Knots node on your Start9 server. Bitcoin Knots is an implementation of Bitcoin. It basically is a version of Bitcoin that enforces the Bitcoin consensus rules. The main implementation of this that most people run is Bitcoin Core. Recently, the Bitcoin Core team has made some questionable decisions, pushing many Bitcoin users to switch over to Bitcoin Knots. So I will show you exactly how to do that on Start9. Now, I already have Bitcoin Core running on my Start9 server. So what I need to do is swap over from Bitcoin Core to Bitcoin Knots. Because I run Bitcoin Core, I already have the entire blockchain downloaded and synced. Start9 will actually use the same data or the same blockchain that you've already downloaded if you're running Bitcoin Core. So there is no need to download the entire blockchain from scratch if you are swapping over to Bitcoin Knots. Let's hop over to the computer now and get started. Here I am now on my computer and I'm connected to the same network that my Start9 server is plugged into. So what I'm going to do is launch StartOS on my browser and quickly fill in my password. Alright, my password is in and I will log into my server. Now we can see I already have Bitcoin Core running as I previously mentioned. So let's take a look at how to switch over to Bitcoin Knots. The first thing we need to do is go over to System to the left of our screen, and then here we see Manage. What we need to do is click on Manage 5 times. So I'll click on that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times, and here at the bottom it says Dev Tools Unlocked. So we have unlocked all the developer tools that we need to do this swap. Now we need to go over to the marketplace to download Bitcoin Knots. So I'll click on Marketplace, and then we need to change the registry. So right now we're on the Start9 registry. I'm going to change this to the community registry and click on Connect. Now we can click on Bitcoin over here, and we should see Bitcoin Knots over here. So right now Bitcoin Knots says it's already installed, but that is because I'm running Bitcoin Core. And Start9 basically views Bitcoin Knots and Bitcoin Core very similarly. So what we need to do is click on Reinstall Now underneath Bitcoin Knots, and then it's going to give us this warning. This service was originally installed from Start9 registry, but you're currently connected to community. To install, click Anyway or click Continue. So I will click on Continue now. And there we go. It will now begin the installation of Bitcoin Knots onto my Start9 server. If I click on Services over here, we will see Bitcoin Knots is updating. Now, it isn't actually updating, it's downloading, but because we had Bitcoin Core previously, it views it as like an update of some sort. So we'll give that a moment to fully download. All right, Bitcoin Knots is now fully downloaded. So I'm just going to go back to the home screen by clicking Services over here, and we can see Bitcoin Knots needs config. So I'll click on Bitcoin Knots and then click on Configure. And now we're going to just leave all these settings on the default settings and click on Save. Bitcoin Knots is downloaded, configured, and now we can start running it by clicking Start. And now Bitcoin Knots will run, and it will resync any blocks we may have missed out while I was filming this update. And there we go, Bitcoin Knots is now fully synced. So we have a successful sync over here. Now if I click on Services, we can see that my Electrum server, I stopped running this before I filmed this video. So I'm going to click on Start now on Electrum server and click on Continue. And Electrum server will allow me to connect Bitcoin Knots to my Sparrow wallet or any other wallet that you might be using. So I'll give Electrum a second to sync or catch up. There we go. We can see now Electrum is fully synced. And now we would be able to connect this to a wallet like Sparrow. Previously, my Sparrow wallet was already connected to my Bitcoin node. Now, although we have changed to Bitcoin Knots, that connection will remain intact. So if I open Sparrow Wallet now and look to the bottom right of my screen, we will see that this should toggle blue, indicating that I'm connecting to a private Electrum server, which is my personal Start9 server. Now, if you do not know how to connect Start9 to your Sparrow wallet, I have a video on that on YouTube. And there we go. That is how to change from Bitcoin Core to Bitcoin Knots on your Start9 server. If you found this valuable, consider subscribing and following me on Twitter, and I will see you in the next video. Cheers.